Hello everyone, this is the program Capital Ideas Life and I'm Mike Gibson. Today I'm going to tell you how the Moscow government helps foreign and Russian entrepreneurs do business in the Russian capital. The theme of today's program is Moscow, the city of business. In today's episode, technoparks are growth drivers of the new industrial Moscow. Where are protective medical masks made with 3D printers in Moscow? What is the key factor contributing to the Russian capital's investment attractiveness for European companies? According to the investment climate ranking of the Agency for Strategic Initiatives, in 2019, Moscow was the best Russian region for both living and business. In order to maintain this status, the Moscow government has developed various incentive programs. One of them is the creation of a special economic zone in the city. I'm now in Technopolis Moscow. Technopolis is a group of industrial buildings united by a common name with the status of a special economic zone. We already visited Technopolis last summer, but a lot has changed since then. For example, the number of resident companies has increased. Today we will learn how Technopolis Moscow is developing and how high-tech business enterprises are doing business here. Technopolis Moscow, a special economic zone, has 5 sites. 4 of them are located 37 kilometers to the northwest from Moscow in Zelenograd, and 1 more is in the southeast in Pechatniki. That's where we are right now. Moscow's special economic zone is one of the few in Russia and the rest of the world that has both greenfield and brownfield sites. If the park is classified as a greenfield site, the tenant is given a plot of land where it can build all the necessary infrastructure. This option is more attractive to big companies. On the brownfield sites, tenants can place their machinery on the premises of the already existing technological park, saving costs on construction.
We have a special economic zone. Perhaps today it's the most effective tool for attracting investment because it offers the biggest number of advantages, including property, land, profit, and transport benefits. But most importantly, it's a place where high-technology production sites are concentrated. High-tech manufacturing requires a substantial amount of foreign machinery. Consequently, most companies which import foreign equipment want to land, we can put it this way, in a special economic zone, because it offers a duty-free import benefit. This explains why there's a serious interest in the brownfield sites, the area that is almost 100% occupied today, where we offer our colleagues plots of land for the construction of new plants on the premises of the special economic zone. There's still some space there, and we are continuously working toward expanding the special economic zone.
In the beginning of the summer of 2020, Technopolis Moscow joined the World Free Zones Organization, the World FZO. Founded in 2014 in Switzerland, it comprises industrial parks and special zones worldwide. Today, the World FZO includes over 50,000 companies in 126 countries. The organization helps businessmen to select sites worldwide and supports experience and knowledge sharing among its members. Thus, the new status will allow residents of the special economic zone Technopolis Moscow to increase exports and attract investors from other markets for the implementation of their projects. Among the companies which can strengthen and substantially expand the market of their products is Profotec, a resident of the special economic zone. A lot of wires, coils, and hundreds of huge iron cabinet transformers. This is what an ordinary electrical substation looks like. However, everything may change in the near future. Substations will become compact and digital. Today, we will meet a company that is working on this digital transformation. And of course, it is based in Technopolis Moscow. Profotec, a Russian research and production company, has been operating in the market for about 10 years. Oleg Rudakov has been its head since 2012. He says that over this time, the company has come a long way from forming the team to launching commercial sales. Today, Profotec employees develop, manufacture, and implement their own innovative photonics solutions. The company's product portfolio is represented by fiber optical instrument transformers for current measurement and electronic voltage transformers.
Our product is unique. There are only 4 companies in the world, Profotec included, that have this technology, which can be introduced on a large-scale basis. Our competitors are well-established companies such as General Electric and ABB. In order to be able to compete, we need to have something that will set our business apart from the competition. Our engineers and scientists continuously improve our product and our technology, and this puts us in the position to successfully compete with such well-known competitors.
This is what the digital transformers looks like. This sophisticated device allows us to change the architecture and operating principles of electrical substations. Digital transformers outperform their analog predecessors in all respects. Their technical maintenance is cheaper, and most importantly, they are overall safer.
The instrument transformers that had been traditionally used before our technology and products appeared were more material-consuming and required technical maintenance. There's a potential problem with their technical maintenance. It's risky. When employees perform technical maintenance, there's a risk of electric shock. Our product is 100% risk-free. Optical fiber is the dielectric. Consequently, the employees who work with our equipment are protected from electric shocks.
All products are tested by company experts in the laboratories before being shipped to end consumers. Last year, Profotec's digital transformers successfully passed the tests in Canada and outperformed the products of foreign competitors. Already by the end of summer, Profotec's equipment will be installed at high-voltage substations in Europe.
Then through these doors, we enter our heart, Michael, our laboratory. It's the place where we test our equipment. As you can see, some units have already been tested. These are the high-voltage components of our transformer. High-voltage columns, which will later be installed at substations in Russia and elsewhere.
And what is this?
This is a high-voltage crane. It allows for the smoothing out of voltage, and thus the equalizing of potential. And this is the most important component, which allows us to carry out our testing. This is a high-voltage source of electricity. It increases voltage to 230,000 volts.
From a regular socket?
Exactly, from a regular socket. That is 1,000 times more. Michael, when we begin testing, the most important thing is to ensure the safety of all employees and the closing of all doors. If we go further, we will see our racks. When we conduct our tests, we take measurements of the tested units here. If they meet the testing criteria, the product is suitable for operation.
Next year, the company will launch the production of optical transformers in Switzerland. It also plans to enter new markets such as China, Brazil, and Vietnam. Today, Profotec leases an area of over 2,500 square meters in Technopolis Moscow. Profotec has only enjoyed the status of being a resident of the Special Economic Zone for 2 years. During this time, the company has had the opportunity to appreciate all of the benefits of operating in the Technopolis.
The decisive factor in selecting this site was its well-developed infrastructure and the customs checkpoints, which are also available here. The transport network is very good too. Technopolis management organizes meetings with major state-run customers, state-run companies for businesses like ours. And this is important for us, because this gives us the opportunity to have a direct dialogue with potential customers. Without a doubt, this support allows young developing businesses to reach big consumers.
Another key advantage of working in Technopolis is cost saving. Since 2018, the company's cost savings on tax breaks have exceeded 5 million rubles. Composites are materials created from 2 or more components that differ greatly in their properties. The majority of composites possess some unique qualities. They are heavy-duty, light and heat resistant. That is why they are used in the automotive industry, aircraft manufacturing, and even the production of spacecrafts. And they make composites right here in Technopolis Moscow. Today, there are about 20 companies that are involved in the production of composite materials in the Russian capital. Having studied the market, the Moscow Department of Investment Policy has selected one of the best companies in this industry and offered them to become a resident of the Special Economic Zone, Technopolis Moscow.
Residents of the Special Economic Zone enjoy certain benefits. They're exempt from some taxes. The amount of salary tax is lower, and they don't pay property tax. These benefits allow them to invest their savings in production development and innovation. It's important to note that there's a special customs regime on our premises, which exempts us from paying some customs duties on the materials that are reprocessed and then exported. This increases our competitiveness on the world market, which is very important for us, because 20 to 30% of our earnings come from exports.
The area of the Nanotechnology Center for Composites is 14,000 square meters. It's the biggest enterprise on the premises of Technopolis Moscow. It manufactures products on 7 different sites simultaneously. For example, this workshop weaves a lightweight, durable fabric for strengthening various structures. The weaving unit is like a loom, only instead of synthetic and cotton threads, they use carbon fiber, which is strong and durable.
Speaking about the fabric and the carbon wrap in general, this system is designed for restoring reinforced concrete structures, such as beams, columns, plates, and crossbars. In fact, we replace internal fittings which are destroyed with an external reinforcement system made of carbon fiber.
This workshop makes fiberglass products. It can be transformed in a very short time. There's no stationary equipment here. As a result, the site can be quickly transformed for the production of products of any size. Today, it is fulfilling a big state order to produce facing elements for the new carriages of the Moscow Metro.
Usually, we call this detail a mask. We can see 2 masks at different stages of manufacturing. At this stage, which is the final one, the fiberglass crust of the mask is ready. It is then cut, and metallic components for fixing the mask on the train are glued inside the mask.
They also use composite materials to produce chairs for metro carriages and automobiles, gas pipeline protective cases, and much more. The company not only manufactures but also tests its products. It carries out durability, flexibility, bending, and impact tests of composite materials and products. Before my visit to Technopolis Moscow, I could never have imagined that composite materials are practically all around us. However, we need to move on. Ahead of us is the story of another resident company in the Special Economic Zone. In the spring of 2020, when many Moscow enterprises did not operate as a result of the coronavirus epidemic, the residents of Technopolis Moscow could upgrade their manufacturing facilities and launch the products aimed at combating this disease. A special online platform called Antivirus Proposal was launched for the speedy search for such products and services. Now, many of the companies resident in Technopolis have started producing products for Moscow hospitals. For example, here they produce these protective masks and components for medical equipment. However, this is not a normal production. Let's find out how it all works. Only recently, a company called Additive Engineering appeared in the Special Economic Zone Technopolis Moscow. However, it has already prepared a set of documents to confirm its resident status.
In fact, we already see big advantages because there are many companies in this complex that are working on exciting projects. Previously, we had to look for partners and contractors across the whole city and even across the country. However, today, we meet partners which literally operate next door and can work together on a mutually beneficial basis.
Additive Engineering specializes in the creation of products based on 3D printing technology. It's a young team which is part of the SIU system, the leading integrator of 3D solutions in Russia and the CIS.
A 3D object is created by adding layers. That is, we take the material, place one layer, then the second, and the third. This is why the word additive is used in the name. We also develop solutions. For example, one customer asks us to create a component, to develop it, to launch its production, and to carry out tests. So we have another process added to what we do, engineering. This is how the name Additive Engineering appeared.
Computer modeling and 3D printing can help you create virtually anything, from a small component to a heart valve. This technology enables you to design the required product in a short time and launch its production. For example, during the coronavirus epidemic, specialists of additive engineering launched the printing of reusable protective masks.
We don't print just one mask. Here you can see the chamber, how it looks. We place as many masks as possible, pressing them hard. Then we launch our software and we print masks throughout the day. The chamber has space for 200 masks.
These masks are made of polyamide. They are very lightweight and they have a special flap for replacing the filter. The first experimental batch of such products was delivered to hospitals and shops in Moscow.
After this mask, we developed a silicone mask, which is very convenient. It fits snugly, and it is more effective from a medical point of view.
There are about 30 printers in this small room. The raw materials used for printing are not only plastic, but also nickel, titanium, and steel. Following the end of the epidemic and restrictive measures, the company is gradually returning to its standard operating mode.
Here I can show you an interesting example of large-size printing. This printing technology is called laser stereolithography. This is a liquid photopolymer. Each layer is baked by the laser. This is a prototype of an aircraft engine sleeve.
We had a very intense tour, although we managed to visit only 3 companies that operate in Technopolis Moscow. Today, there are more than 145 such companies working in this special economic zone. That is a very good reason to come back here again. Today, a favourable business environment is offered not only to the residents of the special economic zone and technoparks. Russia's capital is a rapidly growing and developing metropolis, offering many opportunities to businessmen. However, in the spring of 2020, the pandemic interfered with the plans of both Muscovites and the whole business community. The spread of the coronavirus infection called for rapid and entirely new solutions from governmental authorities and public organizations alike. For example, the Moscow Chamber of Commerce and Industry set up special headquarters for business protection.
Over the last 2 months, we've sent more than 90 various proposals and letters to the Business Protection Headquarters, which are part of the protective measures drafted by the municipal authorities for entrepreneurs. This is our key objective. On top of this, we provide help. We have the authority to give opinions on force majeure cases. We have made more than 2,700 requests, and only 150 of them have force majeure circumstances. So we give our opinion, and in other cases, we do not simply write, "You do not have force majeure circumstances," but we also explain that it is necessary to re-sign contracts. If needed, you can use the services of mediators, and governmental support also helps entrepreneurs deal with this challenging situation.
According to the Bank of Russia, as of the 1st of January 2020, the amount of direct foreign investment in Moscow stood at $260 billion, which is almost half of the total foreign investment in Russia.
I believe that foreign business organically supplements Russian business. allowing us to attract investment and high technology for developing almost all areas of the city's infrastructure. So we try not to emphasize whether this is a Russian or a foreign company, whether this company should be supported and that one should not. We do our best to help everybody. One of the incentive measures for the processing industry aimed at attracting investors is called investment tax deduction. That is, almost all funds, which the company will invest in its fixed assets, can be returned within 7 years via the profit tax.
Moscow is the head office to most leading Russian companies, as well as the representative offices of most major foreign organizations working in Russia. For example, the Association of European Businesses has been operating in Moscow since 1995. In this program, we'll look at why this large business organization was created and what its members do. The Association of European Businesses is the main representative body of foreign companies in Russia. It is an independent non-profit organization for over 500 companies. Its members are major multinational corporations and small and medium-sized businesses from the European Union, the European Free Trade Association, and other regions. The association also includes Russian, American, Japanese, Korean, and Turkish companies.
Its key objective is to perform representative functions for the many European companies in Russia and in Moscow. Also, it implements a large-scale lobbying program through engagement with Russian and European governmental authorities. The association also provides informational support to its members and facilitates partnership and engagement between the Russian Federation and the European community.
Any company that has a representative office in Moscow can become a member of the association. All it has to do is to submit an application and pay membership fees.
Our association has 59 committees, subcommittees, and working groups in various business areas, including energy, infrastructure, real estate, taxation, and law. We actively work in all regions of the Russian Federation, and Moscow, being a federal district, is very important for us.
Many foreign companies have localized their production in Moscow. For example, there's a plant of the French group Renault, a plant of the German interest KSB, Berthold Maschinenbau AG, a Swiss company. Servier, a French company which is a member of the Association of the European Businesses, holds a special place in the Russian pharmaceutical market. It was among the first to begin investing in the creation of manufacturing facilities in Moscow. Even now, against the backdrop of economic uncertainty, the company continues investing in the development of its Moscow-based enterprise.
Servier is a French company, and for us, the Russian market is one of the most important markets in our portfolio. It's the second one just after China. So it's a very strategic market.
Servier opened its representative office in Russia almost 30 years ago. Today, Servier has a full-cycle production of more than 90% of its medicinal products in Russia at its plant in Moscow. Since the launch of the plant, more than 300 million medicinal packs have been produced. In 2016, the company received the status of an industrial complex.
The support we receive from Moscow government allows us to invest and develop even more the factory. For example, we renovated the water treatment. We put in place some new equipment to ensure the track and trace system, end-to-end traceability from the manufacturing to the patient. And we are modernizing more and more our factory every day. And today, we are more than 200 employees on board.
During the pandemic-related crisis, the company, like many other businesses, revised its operating rules. More than 60% of Servier's employees started working from home. The company is not ruling out the possibility of using the experience of distance working in the future. In general, in terms of the impact of the coronavirus on the business and on investment, it's worthwhile to mention that not a single major investment project in Moscow has been stopped. Almost all businesses in Moscow have returned to their usual work routine. The pandemic is gradually coming to an end, and Moscow is coming back to life. You've been watching Mike Gibson. See you in our next program.